Hello. Hello, I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com. I'm just going to go on my live just to make sure I'm there. I know I'm here. I'm here, but am I there on YouTube? Yep. Yes, I am. Welcome to Psychic Cafe. I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com. And yeah, I didn't make it yesterday. I wasn't feeling very well. Very, very sensitive to alcohol now. I think I've just got to quit completely because I only had a little bit. And really, I can still feel it in my system now, fully poisoning me. So time to give it up completely. I only drink about once every 2 weeks. And this happens every time. I feel terrible afterward. So there you go. If you're here with me, just pop a message up saying hello, where you're from, stuff like that. Hey Mina, how are you? I'm feeling much better today. I felt terrible yesterday. I'm not feeling brilliant now. I need to go for a massage. So I was watching the daily read earlier this morning, probably about an hour ago. So I can't remember that much of it. But it's one of the guidance was to get a massage. And that's what I feel like today, totally getting a massage. I've still got a bit of a headache, still detoxing from it. It's crazy. It's such a small amount I had, but my reactions to it are huge. I guess my body's just saying it's clean now, it doesn't want any more of it. Okay, so the card of the day, we've got the Spirit Whisperer. Beautiful card. This is all about intuition, higher knowing, divine guidance. It's all that. It's funny because yesterday I picked a card, even though I didn't do the Psychic Cafe, and it was the Thinker. So it was the opposite of this. Well, not really the opposite, but it's like the Thinker is about using your logical mind, and then today we've got this intuition card, and neither is better than the other. They're best used together. It's like, if you're using your intuition alone, you'll lead yourself into trouble. And you see so many spiritual people doing that as well. They're not really living life or able to function very well in the world because they're not using the logical part. And then you've got the other extreme, people who are just using the logical part, and there seems to be a lot of people like that in society. And that seems to have been accepted for so long as well, just to use the logical mind. And that doesn't get you anywhere either. But the mixture of the two, like the balance of the two, is really good. And something that popped into my mind when I picked this card was, see it so much, especially in people's love lives. And I used to do it too, and I'm not doing it at the moment. Is women especially, or maybe that's just because friends tell me, will meet somebody and just use their intuition, or they think they're just using their intuition, not using any logic at all about whether this person is suitable for them, or they want the same things in life, and they're just using their intuition, and they go for this relationship thinking it's their soulmate. And then, of course, they find out that they're not right for them and feel disappointed by that. And I say they think it's their intuition because when they're just going with the feelings, they're just going with that knowing. Often it's not intuition. Often it is the ego mind. It's the subconscious mind. Because often it's because they want to be with someone. Often it's not from like a positive place of wanting a relationship. It's more of from a avoiding pain place of wanting a relationship. And that's when intuition seems to lead you astray. And so that mixture of the two is really good, the logical mind and the inner knowing. There's got to be both though, in everything. So let's see what Colette has to say. Colette, what do you have to say about this? As an ally, the Spirit Whisperer comes to you heralding the miraculous and the inspired. She whispers guidance from the divine through your higher senses so you can hear her wisdom and know her love for you. She's committed to helping you intuit the next right action and steers you away from trouble. Sometimes. Sometimes steers you away from trouble. Sometimes gets you into trouble because you need that trouble to learn. The Spirit Whisperer keeps you inspired to move forward, always knowing just in time the correct next step. She guides you to fulfill your highest purpose. When she appears, it's a sign of inspired ideas that with continual action leads to success. That's a very good omen. If your question is about a relationship, the Spirit Whisperer seeks of soul connections, past lives, and great learning through mutual mirroring. She will whisper how long, how short, how deep, and how sweet the relationship can be. There were soul bargains made before you both were born here. An exploration is in order. You may move forward, but keep listening to the Spirit Whisperer for the lessons that the vulnerability of love brings. Sweet. Yeah, so as I said, we're not always led to good things. Well, it's always good in the long run, but it's like not always. Sometimes we're led to challenges through our intuition because the challenge is what we need. And so maybe in my example of the relationships, maybe it is intuition. Maybe it is intuition, but it's intuition that leads you to the relationship that shows you that you need to be more logical. You need to be logical too. And the reason I say I'm not doing that at the moment is that I've done it so many times and I get it now, how important it is. You've got to you can't just jump right in there. You've got to want the same things. You've got to have compatibility. There's so many things. Excuse me. Just got to learn to take it really slowly and get to know each other and find out whether it's really what you both want. Instead of diving on in there with your emotions and getting hooked on them too fast. Usually through having sex too soon, that happens. So I got a delivery this morning because I was really hungry. I got a bacon and egg sandwich and a coffee. So I've got different coffee today. Hello. Who's joining us? Elaine. Elaine, where are you from? So I was just sharing the card of the day, which is Spirit Whisperer, all about intuition. Because yesterday we had the thinker, which is about the logical mind. And we need the two for a balance. We needed the two to make good decisions. Canada. Oh, wow. So what's the time in Canada now? I know some places in America it's like 12 hours behind. So it's like 8 p.m. in the evening. 9. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I can't remember the daily read. I watched it about an hour and a half ago. Too long ago. So let's go deeper into the energies anyway. You can watch that daily read yourselves on the YouTube channel. So deeper into the energies of today. Oh. This kind of goes with the intuition thing. So we've got prepare and what's under that. So what we're preparing for, the changes that we're preparing for in our lives right now, the way that we're preparing today is finding out what's underneath that. So when you put that together with the intuition card, it's like, what really is behind that intuition? Is it a lesson coming? Is it that you're kind of wanting something to alleviate pain or for fear-based reasons? And what's really behind it? Because then, because intuition, we attract thoughts to us that are a match to our vibration. And so when we're coming from a place of fear, we're attracting thoughts that match that. And so intuition can be from your higher self leading you to good things. It can be also picking up thoughts from other places based on your vibration. And this is why you only really get access to your higher self, to that higher self intuition that's really good for you when you're meditating or when you're in a really high vibration. Otherwise, your intuition is picking up stuff that matches your vibration. So if that's fear, then you get fear stuff. Yeah, that makes more sense. So when I was saying intuition can be a bad thing, like your higher self can lead you into challenges, because you need to learn that it's not really your higher self leading you into it. It's you picking up thoughts from somewhere else or someone else, someplace else that doesn't match to your vibration. So today, preparing for what we want by really asking ourselves what is underneath that, so that we can decide whether our intuition has been picked up from thoughts or if it's been picked up from our higher self. Okay. Ooh. More energies for today. We got fear of lack and abundance, the two opposites there. And so thinking about this intuition thing, preparing ourselves for what we want by finding out what's really underneath that, especially where abundance is concerned. What's underneath that? Is that fear? Are we trying to get abundance because we're scared of not being able to pay the bills? Or are we trying to get abundance to do something really good with it? Or to get something we really want with it? Because they're two very different vibrations. So fear of lack. So when we're fearing lack and then we're trying to manifest abundance from that place, we're attracting, the intuition that we're attracting comes from fear. So it leads to loss. It leads to even more loss. So if you imagine, say you're looking for a business opportunity and you're in complete fear of lack. You're looking for a business opportunity because you need to make more money and you're scared of not paying the bills and you're in debt and all of this stuff. So that's your reason behind it. The business opportunity, that inspiration, that intuition that you get that something's right, will be a match to fear. It'll be a match to loss. It'll be a match to lack. And so the opportunities that you'll come across will be will keep you where you are or make it worse. Or you could be coming from a place of really wanting to build something, make something big, or wanting to get something for yourself, wanting the abundance to get something great for yourself, or take you and your kids on holiday, or do some traveling, or something really positive like that. You want abundance for abundance. Then say if you're wanting a business opportunity, put a hair tickle on my face. Then if you're looking for a business opportunity coming from that energy, your intuition is going to be picking up on things that are going to support that, yeah? And so if say you want to buy a new car, right? And then you're looking for, say if you have a business already, you're looking for a client, you're wanting to manifest that abundance for this car and you're really excited about the car, feeling really good about it, and then you want a new client so that you can do that, then the client that you'll attract will be one that wants to invest plenty in you, that wants lots of your services or whatever it is you're offering. But if you're coming from fear of lack, the customer you get they won't be able to afford a thing. They won't invest in you. They won't be able to invest in you. They'll be that same vibration. So that's the way it works. So just check your abundance today. Where are you coming from for your abundance? Why do you want things? And if you are experiencing lack and you are in that fear place, the best way to deal with that is to acknowledge it, to really feel it, and have empathy for yourself, because it's a hard feeling. It is. It's really scary feeling. It's like survival fear. It's one of the scariest things we have, and I think this is why these days it's one of the scariest things we have. And I think this is why so many people are locked in that lack cycle, because it's scary and they don't know how to get themselves out of that. But when you feel that fear and you acknowledge it and you give yourself a hug and it's like, this is really horrible. This is a really horrible feeling. Then you can let it go a little easier and start to focus on what you want to create. And sometimes people only get to that point when they've hit rock bottom, when they've lost everything, because then they'll go, well, I've got nothing else to lose. Things have got to get better from here. And that's the only time that they start focusing on what they actually want. They're not just focusing on paying that next bill, because like all the bills are there, everything's there, and they've got no money. And so they can't focus on that anymore. They've got to focus on what they really want in life, an abundant life of looking after themselves, of having plenty for themselves, paying bills before they're due, of, you know, just that whole abundance thing and what they want and what they deserve in life and going for it. That's really great advice for the day. And how does that, yeah, intuition, that's how it ties into intuition, because of what you attract, the kind of intuition that you attract from that. And here we go, brilliant and expansion. This is about focusing on what you really, really like. It's like the abundance thing. What would be brilliant for you? Like your best life ever? What would you really, really like? What expansion do you want? Like imagine big, think bigger, imagine bigger expansion. And then attract the match to that with it, with that focus. Really want to focus on your passion. Yeah. Elaine, just do that bit by bit. You know, you can focus on little passions every day, and let the bigger passions come from that feeling, because we always attract like a match to our predominant energy. And so if you're focused on all your little passions, all the little things that you love doing, feeling passionate about that, then the bigger things come along. A lot of people will do it the opposite way around. They'll try and focus on the big passion, thinking it's just going to show up, but instead of taking the steps to get there, focusing on the smaller passions. This coffee's good, but it's colder than usual. Okay, I'm going to pick my cards out for the day. Let's see what's up for me, and then I'm going to do readings for you guys. Whoever's there. Is it true up until now? So this is telling me, in this preparation thing that we've got going on today, looking deeper, the intuitions that I've had so far in my life, were they even true? Where were they coming from? Where was my energy coming from when I attracted those? I've had this story of not really trusting my intuition. Of course, I do for the readings and everything, but when it comes to my life, I think I've had intuition leading me somewhere, and then it's not led me where I thought I was going. It led to challenges and stuff, and then that's stopped me from trusting myself. And that's been like one of the biggest things for me now, is to get over that and trust myself properly, and to trust that intuition and not doubt it, not doubt myself. That's a good one. Because I'm getting big intuition at the moment. Big changes. It's a bit scary. Okay. And I'm just saying, going well, and listen. This to me is like really, listen, you know, we've got a full moon tomorrow, no, the day after. It's tomorrow for a lot of people, it's the day after for me. I think it's really early morning, so it's pretty much tomorrow night for everybody. And for Taurus, it was all about, I don't know if you've watched the videos for the full moon that I did. For Taurus, it's about being in the moment now. And to be in the moment now is like listening, it's noticing. It's not being in your head about the past or the future. It's bringing yourself into the present by looking at what's around you and listening to the sounds, and, you know, bringing yourself into the moment like that. And when I do that, this is saying like everything's going well. Like I can look around me and know that all is well just by doing that, instead of looking at the past and thinking that my intuition has been wrong in the past, or looking into the future and being scared that I'm not going to get what I want because I can't trust myself. So that's cool. Bring myself into the moment, so now that everything's going well. Would you like a reading, Elaine? You want to know what your higher self wants you to know? So I've got like private readings available. The link is in the description box. And also the full moon readings, the private full moon readings are available for $20 off. Right now, if you like what you hear and you want more information. Elaine, Mina, are you still on? You still on? Elaine, you've got connection and growth. So relationships. This is your highest growth, your biggest growth at the moment in yourself is found through relationships. So if you've been focused on other things like work or health or whatever, switch that focus, because connections. Well, even if you've been focused on work or health, then it's the biggest growth there will be through connections with other people. So you're focused on school, okay? Well, it's the people that are around you. Then you're going to get the biggest growth from the people around you. Maybe there's someone that can help you there. I don't know. I think this is more about relationships. Let's get another couple of cards to see. Oh. Freedom and work, right? This is kind of making me think that because it's connected to work, that the people that you're meeting now is more important than what you're learning right now. It's the people that you're meeting, those connections that you're making. A lot of entrepreneurs will go on courses just to meet people. They go on the course because they know that the kind of people that they want to meet will be on that course. They're not particularly interested in learning about the thing that they want to learn about. They're just going there to be around the right people. It's like a networking thing. Yeah. And so what you're learning at the moment isn't as important as the people that are around you. Your biggest growth is through connecting with those people, especially for what you'll be doing later. Your work, to have freedom in that work, it's more through the people. What are you learning, Elaine? Do you want a reading, Mina? Graphic design. Oh, wow. Yeah, well, there is so much, so many people doing graphic design. It's available anywhere. And I know there was somebody training with me at the Muay Thai a few weeks ago, and they were asking me about working online. They're asking what I do here, and I told them that I've got an online business and can live anywhere. And I can't remember what the job was, but they also do graphic design, and they want to do graphic design, but they said, they'd love to be able to do that online as well, but it's just getting into it. It's just starting off. It's like, how do you find people? And even like the websites that you can work through, they're really hard to get on board with those, because a lot of the websites, no matter what you're doing, whether you're being a virtual assistant or you're doing graphic design, a lot of the websites where people are finding people for jobs, you've got to have had experience on there first. So it's like once you've got a few reviews on there, then you go really well on it. And I know people that have got into stuff like that find it really hard. So there doesn't seem to be an easy way to get to it. So your higher self is like saying the people that you're meeting right now are really important for being able to do that, to have more freedom in doing that, instead of maybe going in-house in a corporation or something and doing it and having very little freedom by doing that. Something to think about. Mina. Mina, you got, wait, feel it. So your higher self is saying what you're thinking of taking action on, your next move. Don't do it until you really feel until you're really feeling that, you wouldn't be able to do anything else. That's great advice. It's like whenever we take action which is really right, we just can't help ourselves to take that action. It's like we wouldn't do anything else. It's like meeting that person. When you meet the person that's really important in your life, then you talk to them. It's not, you don't think about it beforehand. You don't think, oh, should I talk to this person? It's like, no. When it's right, you just do it. You take that action because you feel it. But then we can get into our logical minds so much sometimes, and try and decide whether it's going to be a good thing doing this thing, taking this action or not. So this is about wait until your intuition pushes you, and wait until you really feel it, that there's nothing else that you want to do. Hey Josie, how are you? Yeah, so whatever you're wanting to take action on, just wait until it's like, you'll feel when it's right. Yes, Josie, you can get a reading. I'm just doing Mina's at the moment. Ooh. Mina, you've got refocus on romance. So whether you're in a relationship or not, doesn't matter. Refocus on romance. Refocus, not focus on romance. So it's like someone coming back in or someone that's already there. Focusing on that relationship, focusing on make the joy in the relationship and making it good, doing good things together. Or maybe someone from your past, if you're not in a relationship, someone from your past coming back in again and focusing on them. Again, I'm thinking about this for yesterday and the card for today, the intuition and then the thinker. It's good to have that balance of the two. Like romance can be all intuition, you know, all deep knowing if we're not careful. But romance is even better when you use a logical mind too. If you're picking someone that's aligned with you, someone that wants the same things, someone that's really good for you, you know. Reciprocal, I'm hearing as well. Someone that's reciprocal. So there you go, Mina. Josie, where are you from, Josie? Oh, my coffee's going cold. I'm gonna have to drink it. You're welcome, Mina. Are you in a relationship, Mina? New York. What time is it in New York now? That milky coffee. Tastes weird. Oh, same as Canada. Same as Elaine in Canada. I guess they are pretty close. Okay, Josie. Toronto. The cat's left lots of debris. It's been cleaning herself, now it's all on the floor. Waiting for someone from the past. Oh, me too. Mine isn't someone I had a relationship with. It was someone I met a year ago and it never happened because the timing wasn't right. And now the timing seems to be right and it's really exciting. Hey, Joya, how are you? Okay, Josie. Here we go. Encouragement to go deeper. So this is a message from your higher self. It's encouraging you to go deeper, especially around the intuition thing. So the card of the day is like around intuition, spirit whisperer. It's about that deep knowing. But our intuition is a match to whatever vibration we're putting out. So your intuition is either picking up on thoughts, if you're coming from a fearful place, fearful thoughts, but if you're meditating, if your mind's clear, if you're in a really high vibration, then the intuition that you're picking up is from your higher self. Now, the intuition from your higher self is leading you to, it's like your destiny, your life path. It's all the really good stuff that you really want. Anything else, any other intuition, depending on the vibration you're in at the time, is going to lead you to what? To that, to what's a match to that. So it's going to bring you more of what you're scared of, if you're scared. And so this encouragement to go deeper is like, don't stay on the surface of life, don't stay superficial about things, go deeper. So if we're talking about relationships, then real deep soul connection, don't use the logical mind to choose so much like someone with dark hair, someone a certain height or whatever. but look for those deeper aspects of what you want in someone. Same with your work too. Go for that. What would really fulfill you? So go deeper, go take life on a deeper level. And in the meantime, wait, play. So have more fun in life. Be more playful about it. Not so serious. Don't be so serious, you know? Higher self, so I was saying whatever vibration you're putting out is what you attract. Higher self's never serious. They're just never serious. And so the more playful you get, like the more in alignment you are. And so you can either be in meditation or be a really high vibration of joy or love, and it brings it in. Or just being playful. You know, even if things aren't going great, if you're just playful about it all, then stuff will start working for you because your intuition will lead you to good things. Because that's the vibration of them. They're very playful, and the more playful you get with life, like the more you're attracting real good stuff. Hey, Uganda. Oh, it's so hard for you to be playful. Yeah, we're kind of taught to be serious, aren't we? We're taught to be really serious, and it's not very good energy to be in alignment. Joelle, hello, darling. Do you see me being really successful in real estate? Really successful. Well, if you were on before when I was talking about the energies for today, if you didn't see that, then watch the replay near the beginning where I was going more into the energies of today, because it was about where you're coming from with abundance. So the abundance that you attract is in line with how you're feeling when you ask for what you want, right? So if you're imagining like doing great things with real estate, you know, creating a big business to help lots of people out and to give you the abundance to you know, build a mansion or whatever, you know, if you're coming from a really positive place of what you want to build like that, then the intuition that you get is a match to that. So the people that you will be attracting will be a match to that. Whereas if you are like fearful of lack, if you're like worried about how to pay the bills, if you are needing to get the money and in that fearful place, then the intuition that you'll attract will be a match to that too. And so any opportunities or whatever customers that you attract, they're going to leave you more in lack or in the same space that you're in at the moment. So it really depends where you're coming from. But let's have a look at what your higher self says. Yo. Oops. Yo. I don't know how this is related to it. I am love. Completion. Now, I remember when I read for you the first time, your higher self was saying that you need to let go of something before you can move on. It's like you don't start a new relationship until you've finished the old relationship and you've had some time to know who you are. You don't start a new job until you've finished the old job and left it behind. But then you were saying that you'd already had. But this is saying that there's still something to complete, something that you loved before. What are you loving that you're leaving behind? What do you need to clear up there? You've got some emotional attachment going on. Now when your energy is just a little bit holding on to something in the past, then it's going to be hard to get the success because you're not clearly focused on the direction you're going in, being pulled backwards a little bit. Also, this is a path, you know, we are here ourselves to learn about ourselves even more, to create, and it's all about the unfolding of us. And so you don't want instant success, even though you think you do. You want the path. You want to enjoy the path there and have patience with it as you become this successful person. So yeah, enjoy the path. Because really, if we just had instant manifestation, wouldn't life be really boring? Like if there was no challenges, if there was no need for us to get in alignment with it, if we could just go, oh, I want, a successful business, and then we've got it that day. There'd be nothing for us to do. It'd be like going, oh yeah, I want to be the best. I want to be the world champion Muay Thai right now, like without learning it, without doing the training, without actually getting yourself there. The joy is actually the training and the improving, and then, you know, 1 week you can do something that you couldn't do before because of all the training you've had. It's that development of yourself that's important. So keep your eyes on the success that you want in a positive way, not in a fearful way of what you don't want, but know that it's going to be a journey and actually enjoy that journey. That's good advice. What about in Dream, Elaine? I don't know what that's connected with. Hey, Uganda. Kaba. What's next in love for you, Kaba? Yeah, so if anyone wants like further information or want your questions answered, get a reading. The link is in the description box there for a reading. So my guidance readings are the general readings. You can email me with questions for that. Yeah, so these are just little tasters. So I'm just going to do one for each rather than giving full readings in here. Who am I doing this for now? Care Bear. Care Bears. Care Bear, you've got healing and who is aware. So this is talking about healing your awareness. So healing, when we heal ourselves, we're raising our awareness. Sometimes that's all we need is raising our awareness. What I mean by that is sometimes we can heal things just by noticing them. You know, like when you've got a pattern, when you've got a dysfunctional pattern, you don't know about it because all your family had this dysfunctional pattern. You've been attracting friendships that all have the same dysfunctional pattern. You think it's right. You think it's normal. You think it's right. And then you go to heal yourself because you notice that it's not getting you what you want in life. You're not getting the relationships or whatever it is that you want in your life. And you kind of got this inkling that there's something dysfunctional about you, that there's something not right here. And then you get your eyes opened. If you're asking the right questions within yourself, you get your eyes open to this dysfunctional pattern, right? And so the awareness, just being aware of it, is enough to heal it, is enough to release it. And so your healing right now is awareness of what your patterns are. And as I said, we all come from dysfunction. We learn other people's dysfunction, whether it's our parents or teachers, family, friends. We learn a lot of dysfunction from other people. And we can think it's normal. Like I learned codependency. And now I'm not codependent, but I still have the urge to be like that. Like someone told me 2 days ago, 2 people in fact, that I've got to care for my ex now because he had a stroke. But we're broken up and I'm detaching and I'm moving on. And I've said to my friends, like, if that had happened when I was with him, I fully would have gone into codependent mode. I would have took care of him and took care of his business and got entrenched in something that wasn't right for me, even more deeply entrenched. What's up? And so I've got to be aware of that all the time. And so when my friend said, oh, you should take care of him now, I'm like, I was saying yes, but I'm like, no way. That's fully codependent. He's got family. He's got people around him to care for him. So yeah, care about. It's all about your awareness, becoming aware of things, aware of your patterns. That's something that readings do for people as well. It makes them aware of their patterns. Especially in my breakthrough sessions, you know, if someone's got like a real big problem in their lives that keeps on recreating, they don't know where it's coming from. The breakthrough sessions I go through, like where it all started. Like it's usually in the family, it's usually in childhood. Just to have an awareness of it, a higher awareness of it. So seeing it all from your higher self's perspective. And then you understand why you chose something, why they chose something, why they did what they did. And just knowing it is enough to release it all. Kaba, you got right warmth. This is about connecting with someone again and telling them how you feel. Connecting with someone that you love, maybe that you haven't talked to for a while, and telling them how you feel, writing to them, or sending them a message, an email, get in touch somehow online, or write them a letter. But does anyone do that anymore? So yeah, any feelings of warmth that you've had, of love that you've had, you need to express that now. Reach out to them, write to them. Hope you know who that is. Elaine. Yeah. So if you'd like to know more information about that, and it's not just will you be successful, it's like how to be successful, how to get yourself aligned with that success in graphic design. And so yeah, you can get more information. Full reading would be great for that. Josie, it's so hard for me to be patient. Oh no, isn't it? I always hate when the patience cards come up. The wait card and the patience card. I'm like, especially when it comes up in the lessons. I'm like, hopefully I get this job in investment banking. Oh, yeah. Investment banking. Cool. Have I read for everyone now? I think I have. I'm going to record the week ahead readings next, if I wake up a little bit. The week ahead readings for each star sign, and then upload those this afternoon. I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to go get a massage because I'm feeling a bit. Yeah. Uganda. There's this person who likes me. I'm just wondering what it'd be like if we got together. Okay. Uganda. Are you in Uganda? I used to live in Uganda. I used to live in Mbali, in Nakaloki. I might be going back to Africa soon. Uganda. Right, and be vulnerable. That's 2 right cards come out. Very close together. So this person makes you feel vulnerable. Why is that? Is that because you think it's going to be a big relationship? And then you're kind of scared to own up to that, own up to your feelings to them, because what if they don't feel the same way? But yeah, your higher self is asking you to be vulnerable and write to them. So I've got a feeling like this is going to be a big relationship for you, good relationship for you. Also, you're on track. So I don't know. See, your higher self's not telling me much about this relationship, but it's on your life path for sure. Relationships that are going to last a long time and relationships that aren't, they're still not failures either way. It's like one isn't really a good thing, one a bad thing, because we have to learn about ourselves. We're always on that relationship path. We're always, as long as we're actively involved in it, and that's, because some people can shut themselves off from it completely and not progress on that path anymore by not wanting relationships. But as long as we keep on going into relationships, then you're on track. So this one could be a lesson relationship, or it could be, but either way, I think it's going to be a big relationship for you. Maybe in this communication thing about writing to them, being vulnerable, maybe it's in that emotional communication front. But yeah, be artistic. So it's like, don't be afraid of doing things differently this time, especially around communication. So yeah, you're going to grow. You're going to grow from this one for sure. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Yeah, Elaine, if you want a reading, then just book in with me. That'll be awesome. Or come along tomorrow. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm going to do those, record those things now. The week ahead videos for each star sign. And then go for a massage. Go pay my rent. What else do I need to do? Do a bit of shopping. Get more fruit. Need to get more fruit. Because I ate all the fruit in the house yesterday. Thank you everyone for coming along. If you'd like a private reading with me, then the details are in the box below. We've got a full moon in 2 days, which is, so the full moon readings are $20 off at the moment. Thanks, Mina. Oh, I will enjoy my massage. My neck's feeling a bit stiff. Spent so much time in bed yesterday feeling yucky. And that always makes my neck a bit creaky. And then I'll go training later after I've uploaded all the videos. Have a fantastic day, evening, night, whatever it is for you. And I'll see you next time. Bye.